We're now going to take a look at the ReadForecastTask class, which is going to produce the single day's forecasts for the current time. So basically, as you look at the current conditions tab right now within the app running in the emulator, you can see what the conditions are for Boston, Massachusetts. And it turns out that what we're doing here is using the hourly forecast information from the WeatherBug web services, and we're just using the first of the hourly forecast values that comes back, which is the closest to the current time. So if we go back over here to our ReadForecastTask class, you can see a number of import declarations, many of which are similar to the ones that we used in the ReadLocationTask class. Of course, we also have bitmap and bitmap factory here because we're going to be displaying an image of the weather information. Again, this also is coming from the WeatherBug web services. And within the class, you can see that we extend async task and that our task will be returning string values. And we have a few different instance variables and a static variable as well. The string zip code string, of course, represents the zip code for which we'll be reading hourly forecast data. The resources variable is just where we'll store our resources object so that we can use it throughout the code. We have a forecast listener so that when the ReadForecastTask finishes reading data from the web service, it can then notify the listener, which will in turn display the data on the screen. And we have a static tag variable which we use for logging purposes if there's any problems obtaining data from the web service. The remaining instance variables are 4 strings that represent the different pieces of information that we'll be displaying on the screen and a bitmap for the icon. And then finally the integer bitmap sample size, which is used to determine whether or not we're going to downsample the image to save memory. By setting the bitmap sample size in this app to -1, we're simply saying to use the original size of the image that gets downloaded.